All right, here we go. We have the lobby ready for these two players. Game number one will be on Eternal Empire. We're getting right into it.
Yeah, my bad. I was fixing my mic for a second, but I like Eternal Empire now. It's now has to be one of the best maps because all the other ones are terrible. I like this map for... No, I was going to say Mutas, but this is not a Zerg game at all. It's actually a matchup I like pretty decently. I do enjoy seeing how these turn out. So, with nothing left to do but introduce the players, let's get into it. Game number one, Eternal Empire. In the bottom left-hand corner, it is the red Protoss player. It is PattyMac.
And in the top right-hand corner of Eternal Empire LE, we have the Brazilian TerraN representing Black Knight Esports. It is TerraN.
No proxy, so I'm a little disappointed.
No proxy, no nothing too crazy. We do have a probe coming out in the middle of the map, but it's probably just scouting probe. You know, just...
PattyMac still has a chance to proxy for us. I believe in you, PattyMac.
We'll see. We'll see if there's like a delayed like proxy pylon thrown out somewhere.
Or in the corner. He's gonna put one in the corner of the base. I know it.
Yeah.
PattyMac really likes to be annoying with this probe.
Yeah. I mean, he killed a worker last time, right? He killed the drone, I believe.
Yeah. And he pylon blocked, I think, the second or something like that. I don't remember. He's good at doing that.
Will the SCVs catch him? He's gonna pylon block.
He tried to potty blocked it. Oh, that was good. That was a good defense.
It went down.
He even got it, yeah. He got a little too preoccupied there.
Yeah, so far pretty standard. A little bit of interesting building positioning. Typically you see the gateway and the cyber core over near the Reaper cliff.
Yeah. I guess he's not too worried about Reapers.
Yeah.
He might be more worried about tanks being put right there, like we've seen in some games before on this map.
Yeah.
I believe this is like a TerraN favored map in a TvP.
It can be. They're definitely positioned to abuse and I
think it's just for the Reaper. I've seen this. I don't know how much I've seen this, but I've seen where they get a bunker and then just throw some Reapers in it.
Yeah, and it's
just
really
kind of annoying. You can't mine.
And it hasn't. It finally does get scattered now that the Nexus has finished up.
He canceled that shade really quick, and it allowed the Reaper to come back up.
Yeah, and because the Adept is dealing with the bunker, this Reaper has free reign on the probes.
Yep.
Oh, 2 already going down.
That was an interesting engagement right there. And canceled it. That was a good hold there by PattyMac.
Yeah. Pretty solid. He did lose a couple of workers, but you know, did make sure the bunker didn't finish up. Otherwise, that would have been really annoying to deal with.
Yeah, PattyMac's pretty solid freaking player. God, does he only have one Reaper?
Yeah, so far just one Reaper.
I think he healed up super fast. I think it was like on 1 hit point 5 seconds ago.
Meanwhile, we do have this 1-1-1 from TerraN. Does look like he will probably switch the starport with the racks, maybe for a Raven or
straight
for
into bio.
Banshee.
Yeah, I think he'll get the Raven.
Yeah, and he did sacrifice the Reaper, but he did scout all the tech here in the main. He did see the Robo. Does know that there's no Twilight Council or anything crazy like that, so he can more or less relax.
Yeah, I think PattyMac's... I don't know. I feel like like you said, we watched a lot of PattyMac, and PattyMac's just pretty much solid through and through until he gets to Cham or towards the end, maybe the semifinals or something.
Yeah. Ooh, nice.
I think PattyMac's going to be able to hold solid here against TerraN.
Yeah, solid wall there. The Hellions don't really get much done. managed to find a worker. What's pretty interesting is that I'd said Raven almost jokingly, but he's going for a Raven, not a Banshee.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I think it's the right call. He can't get any harass, and I think a Banshee won't be able to do much with a couple stalkers on the map. I think a Raven's better. Throw down a turret while you're trying to shade in with an adept or something.
Yeah, yeah, and there's just so much utility with Ravens. You know, interference matrix on warp prisms or on,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Interference matrix is like all it needs to be worth anything.
Yeah.
Like you go into a battle and you can just like disable a unit. You just get to pick.
Yeah, it's so good against Protoss, especially just because they have so many like high tech units. So using that like on a Colossus or on an Immortal can help so much.
Yeah,
but
focus firing with it is just like it can change an entire engagement.
Yeah.
I was gonna catch a Hellion. They're both just going back and forth between each other's like Zelnaga Tower and taking out a unit, taking it over.
Yeah.
Hellions kind of aren't gonna be able to do anything.
Are we gonna see disruptors? Is that what this is?
I have no idea.
I mean,
maybe
we're not gonna see Colossus, right? Like,
I think we might.
We might.
I think it'd be a bad idea, but I think we might. If he thinks, if he knows that TerraN's going bio, Colossus. Yeah, there it is, a Colossus. Colossus makes sense against the bio.
Yeah.
But I think as soon as TerraN sees one Colossus, you get 3 Ravens or 2 Ravens and maybe even some Vikings, and that kind of completely shuts that down.
Yeah, I was gonna say that Colossus are good, but already a Raven here, like he can just completely neutralize that in a big engagement. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Because it also depends on how he babysits it, right? Like there are stalkers out, they could focus down the Raven. So
yeah. So like, for the TerraN army should win. I think in an engagement like this with the army composition going, but it comes down to micro. If the Raven gets picked off, if he interference matrix the wrong thing, if he doesn't have the energy, maybe PattyMac gets a whole bunch of Archons and he can just like wall off or tank. Maybe even the Raven can shoot off a Dorito cannon.
Yeah.
Let's see what he does here. I think they're gonna meet in action. The Raven has full energy, so the Raven will definitely interference matrix or do something here.
Exactly, and there's only one Colossus as well, so it's such a precarious
but
position.
there's a lot of shield energy, so he could just wall off to the interference matrix wears off. Ooh, he's gonna pick up and go into the main.
Wow,
that is a good idea.
That was
very next level play. Oh, I think he should have put that closer. No, it's perfect. That was good. Ooh, he did leave the tank though. I don't think he should have left the tank there.
Yeah,
but that was a perfect action. He's going in pretty much uncontested in the main, but the Cyclone, right? I always forget those things. But yeah, the Colossus was able to get there. It came to me eventually. The Colossus was able to get there eventually. And that was a good hold. I was expecting a little bit more here from TerraN. Now there's 2 Colossus. This is like a battle of wizards here. Who's got the better magic spellcasting skills?
That was a nice Artosis pylon snipe. The Twilight Council still isn't powered with that, delaying the blink. But yeah, it was kind of an interesting decision. He did leave the tank, which may have been a little bit of a mistake, but he didn't fit in the medevacs, so had to be left behind. But now he's a little bit trapped here.
No, he's totally trapped here. I think he's pretty dead. Ooh, nice counter drop going on over here.
Yeah, and it's gonna force the units back, so then the drop happens here.
Ooh, goes to the double drop. I think that drop's gonna get completely shut down. Good call there and pulling out. If he saves a Raven, that's even more huge. And he's actually doing some damage over here. Ooh, and he's moving the probes over
the Nexus.
Take out the probes. He's going for the base. The base is gone. He's gonna go for the probes now. He has the army. He's not moving it back. He has to take care of this. And TerraN's just pulling PattyMac in like too many different ways. And I think this is really messing up PattyMac.
Oh my
God. After this engagement, if defended, he's going to have to go for an all-in.
And throughout all of this, the Twilight Council still isn't powered, so Blink.
Oh my God.
It's just stuck
I didn't even notice that. Blink. If he had Blink, he would have taken out. Look at all the stalkers. He would have blinked on them. I mean, the medevac. He got one. That was close. But if he had Blink, he would have taken out twice the medevacs. And huge play here by TerraN, and huge mistake by PattyMac for putting a pylon just out of reach of it.
Yeah, like he even noticed the first time he threw 2 more pylons down, 3 here, and
I can't believe they're not in range. I really cannot believe that third pylon, the closest to it, is not in range. What? It's got to be off by like a centimeter.
Yeah, yes.
Like one square.
Such a shame, but now there is the counter trap because there's so many Vikings. Oh my god, that's what, 8 Vikings? Jesus Christ.
Can't get a warping. Xenorpin Stalkers, yeah, that's a good call. But Blink's not going to be done for a while. Blink is now resuming. Colossus actually haven't gone down. Why aren't they going down?
Yeah, one of them will go down. The Vikings are focusing him. Oh, the Warp Prism goes down!
The Warp Prism with the Colossus in it. Mid-Colossus Micro. This is still I wouldn't say a good engagement for PattyMac, but PattyMac is doing some damage. But he needed to end the game here, given that TerraN just destroyed a base and a whole lot of economy. And I think TerraN got this one.
Yeah, just so much damage was done for PattyMac. Oh, he's only just now starting his natural as well.
Yeah, it's looking rough.
Meanwhile,
just going to game 2, man.
Yeah.
No need to drag this one out.
TerraN, he's getting a 4th base. Ooh, disruptors are on the way, and to be fair, good disruptor shots could change a fight. But he's gonna have to do that like a couple of times. Like there's just he needs to come back in so many different ways.
I mean, the disruptor shot thing is like a Hail Mary. Like, if this doesn't work, then whatever.
Exactly. It's his last chance, really.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he didn't throw down like a Dark Shrine as well, just to get some TTs in there as well.
That would be a good idea. I don't think he has the economy for that.
Yeah,
I think he barely has the economy for like 2 disruptors.
Well, to be fair, I think he lost his Raven as well, so he doesn't have that detection anymore either. But Ghosts are already here in the mix as well for EMPs. This push. Yeah, it's gonna be a rough hold. I mean, PattyMac, he does see it, so he can get in position to.
Watch all these EMPs on the disruptors.
Yeah.
I want to see the sniping skills here. I've never really used Ghost here, so I don't really know how that works, if I'd be good or not. But it looks very hard.
Yeah. I mean, EMPs, they make or break fights. They are so good against Protoss, getting rid of basically like half the health of all the units.
Yeah.
But, you know, TerraN, he decides to back off. He's getting a 4th base. He's scanning just to make sure that PattyMac hasn't expanded anywhere, confirming his lead.
I'm looking at the bracket for last week, and PattyMac and TerraN didn't play last week.
Yeah.
That's interesting. They're back now.
Well, that's why I wanted to catch TerraN, because he doesn't, he doesn't play every week, and every time we see him,
he doesn't play every single week.
Yeah, it's a treat, you know. He always performs well.
He really is an amazing TerraN player. And he did get a nice EMP on one of those disruptors.
Yeah, one of them already, or a couple of units there already on half health. The Stalkers got hit. We'll see though.
Ooh, it didn't even look like he stemmed out of it.
Yeah, the EMPs land. All the units have no shields whatsoever. The Vikings land as well.
Yeah, he could crush that. I think he should have just jumped on it with the Vikings, but the disruptors are a little scary.
Yeah, TerraN, he's kind of just being a little bit passive, just poking and prodding where he can. Oh, it looks like the Vikings are going to go for some harass, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just
this is
going
a very
right
like passive but attacking game. Yeah, this is a passive aggressive game. Ooh, the DTs.
Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't know about the DTs. He scans. Does he have enough? Wow, they don't really do that much damage to DTs. I've never witnessed DTs versus landed Vikings. I do not know the math on that.
Yo, PattyMac, he's holding.
He's pulling in.
Yeah, they're DTs.
I can't believe PattyMac's like back in this game.
He's getting a bit. It all depends on whether or not he can actually get a 4th base. Like, he's struggling right now to get it up and running. TerraN, he's coming to try and stop him. Oh god!
Oh, good. He's got a scary army though. I can't believe PattyMac was able to assemble this type of army. He might be wasting all of his disruptor shots too soon. But he was able to hold. He's gonna get another warp in. And I'd like to see TerraN go for another counterattack somewhere, but he can't because DTs are in the base. But that is a lot of Liberators.
It is.
I think TerraN still has this. Look at the army count. I think TerraN has this hands down. He's just making sure he gets like completely maxed out, gets his upgrades, and then deals the final killing blow, while still having his bases secured in case the engagement doesn't go well.
Exactly. He was able to deal with all the DTs. Now he has so many liberators as well.
Yeah, this is an interesting engagement. Now he tanks up, turtles his way up the beach, as Terrans do. The Terran term. Oh man, he's gonna miss all of these shots. There's really no need to even risk going into one.
Yeah, he can just.
It would have to be a huge miss micro.
Yeah, he can just leap forward with his liberators, like.
Yeah.
With the EMPs land as well.
Oh, that was a little close.
Yeah, gets a couple of marauders. But the base goes down.
Yeah. He's losing all his ghosts here, but his economy behind this, he expanded 2 times. So he's just going to have this was the best engagement for PattyMac, but he lost his 4th. TerraN secured 2 more bases, and I think that's pretty much GG, even with these DTs.
Yeah, there are all these missile turrets down as well as planetaries.
Missile turrets, planetaries, and then even put some.
I think this is it.
Ooh, yeah, that's it. That's GG.
Yeah, all the disruptors go down.
Those are some really great disruptor shots, but just with the liberators alone, so GG. Game number 1. PattyMac was looking super solid there. And then it all just went to hell in a hand. But I think TerraN with those drops and the multi-prong harass was amazing.
Yeah, it was just like these little things that just didn't go his way. We saw like the blink was delayed for so long, which could have helped him with all the drop defense. Like that would have helped so much.
Yeah, exactly. and he tried to repower it, and it was quite in range, and then he got his other base was taken out. His second base was taken out, and it was just downhill. There's nothing. It wasn't downhill. It was at the bottom of the hill, and he was just hoping to climb back up somehow.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at like 2 weeks ago, and PattyMac was actually beaten by the Riddler. That doesn't really apply too much here now, but I feel like that's an interesting random fact. So the Riddler can beat PattyMac, so I feel like let's see how far PattyMac gets, and it'll give us a little tell of where the Riddler will be. I don't know. I'm interested to see how this all turns out. I love these brackets.
Yeah.
NA really showing out. Latin America, Canada, USA. Speaking of all those great places and great people, spawning in the top left-hand corner, it is the red Protoss that we all know and love, PattyMac.
And in the bottom right-hand corner, up 1-0 in this best-of-3 series, we have the Brazilian TerraN representing Black Knight Esports. It is TerraN.
Yeah, I'm trying to go back and look at like maybe when PattyMac of TerraN have ever played before, and I don't see it in any of our recent brackets, you know. Yeah,
I don't know if they ever have played against each other.
Again, I don't think they have. It's kind of cool. First here, PattyMac and TerraN. We really don't get to cast that many TvPs. Honestly, they just don't match up, and we don't have many Protosses, I believe.
Yeah, it's always like if Paco Mike ends up with a TerraN or PattyMac.
Yeah.
There's just not too many Protosses here. I feel like there's probably more TerraN than Protoss, actually.
Yeah, definitely. For sure.
So it's always cool to see these two shape up against each other.
I just went back like 6 weeks in Battle of the Americas. I can't find one time PattyMac and TerraN have played, so... Yeah, I'm just trying to get an idea of who's going to win here, and I have no idea. Like, I feel PattyMac should be able to hold his weight against TerraN, but TerraN looked pretty dominant in that last game.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, again, like, he just got so far ahead from the harass.
Yeah.
Like, he was able to kill the natural of PattyMac. He was able to kill so many workers as well, pulling him apart. To be fair, I do feel like PattyMac, he had the units to hold, but it does also come down to a couple of things, like not having Blink for defense, or, you know, just, not being in position. I do think if he adjusts a little bit, though, he totally can take it to TerraN.
Yeah. If he just tightens up. I think it was just like a one sloppy game. I don't think that's how he plays all the time against TerraN, but he is gonna lose an SCV there. He might even lose another one here if he wants. I would go for the SCV here.
Oh, he dives for it.
Well, yeah, I think he realized that his Reaper would die regardless with the shade. So why not stick around and get that second SCV? They did put on Game Heart, so shout out to them.
Yeah, yeah. Shout out to the players for remembering Game Heart.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice, immediately
Nice
puts
wall.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder what the mechanics behind that are. How does that provide you more place to live, more people, more supply? Is there like a house underneath? Are the Marines so little they just like lay in there?
It's I have no idea. I'm not too sure what a supply
and then it
depot.
flattens. Is that like, what if you're sleeping in it and it closes?
Oh, is he gonna finish the shade? Did he see the Widowmine bar?
Ooh, he had to.
Okay,
He saw it. I think that's why he went like back and forth. He's just like, is that a widow mine under me? Yes. Ooh, that was good. Uh-oh. He's not gonna have a shade out of there. Ooh, okay, that was a good catch. He was able to shade out. That was good.
Nice. Yeah, he saves all of his adepts.
God, adepts are such like jukey characters. He's like, I'm gonna get him, and then he just like boom, like banishes. Oh, I'm behind you. They kind of look like the Dark Magician from Yu-Gi-Oh.
That's sure, why not? Yeah, just like Dark Magician from Yu-Gi-Oh. Interesting.
All right, what's it gonna be? Another Raven. I think he enjoyed the Raven.
Yeah, yeah.
I think Raven's like standard issue now, maybe.
He could go for a Raven. We could see Cloak Banshee. What's he gonna go for?
I think Raven. Cloak Banshee would be cool.
Yeah, it's probably Raven. We'll see.
Oh, he has gas. Oh, no, wait, he has gas. He has plenty of gas, yeah.
Yeah, ooh, and there is an observer here to scout out what's happening.
Raven.
Yeah.
The observer's gonna move. The observer's like, okay, is this battle cruisers? No. I think PattyMac knows it's not battle cruisers. Sees no upgrade.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen
Raven
BC openers against Protoss, actually.
Yeah, I don't think I have either. Ever. I don't think it exists. Maybe on the NA ladder in the Platinum League somewhere.
Maybe.
This is a pretty strong push coming across the map, though. I don't think TerraN has really scouted at all after losing the Reaper.
Yeah, I mean, so PattyMac, he did see that there was a fast third CC on the way, so he should know that, like, the forces for TerraN are relatively small. We'll see if he's able to do anything. I don't believe... Yeah, he doesn't have Blink or anything like that. It's just Stalkers poking and prodding.
Yeah, it's not really going to do anything. I think maybe that was just like a check to make sure he was staying at home.
Yeah.
Looking for some engagement, but he doesn't have any way to blink into the main. He doesn't have a Warp Prism. He had no intention of engaging there, I think.
Yeah. And I feel like this is a lot faster from game number 1. Now we have a Robotics Bay, as well as a Colossus on the way. Oh, and Zealot Legs, no Blink. Okay.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know if he had it last game. He definitely didn't. I don't know why I'm even asking. He didn't have Blink. He didn't have Zealot Legs. I think Zealot Legs is the better choice here.
Yeah, yeah.
We're going to close the gap on all those tanks that you know TerraN's going to have. Force the like friendly fire, and then maybe he'll get Blink behind this later on. Or just hold off with the Zealots as a wall, and then, you know, like the Cyclones. Why do I keep calling them Cyclones? The giraffe laser things can do all the damage from the back.
Yeah, I do love this vision that PattyMac has. He has so many observers out on the map just to make sure. He has.
I honestly didn't even notice that. I was looking at it. He have like a thing.
Yeah.
He has a lot of observers.
4 observers as well as a couple of units on patrol as well, just to make sure drops don't get in. Like, he should know that, all right, TerraN, he's all about drops. I'm going to be on top of, like, defending against them. And I feel like...
tightened up. Go ahead, my bad.
Well, I was gonna say that I feel like he needs to do this if he doesn't go for blink. Like if he doesn't have that kind of reactionary like defense, then he needs the vision.
Yeah, I was gonna say something kind of the opposite. I was gonna think he might be investing too much in a vision,
True.
and like he's not getting the full use out of his robo facility, and now he's gonna have like one Colossus out. I'm sure he did that in the process. He's going for blink now. Even I think if he just had some stalkers queued like in every corner, waiting for a drop, and just went for like maybe some I don't know immortals, maybe a warp prism, because I don't think he has a warp prism right now.
Yeah, he doesn't quite yet, and the army is moving out at the same time. There is a drop here. It did get spotted by the Adept just a bit, but it does depend if PattyMac was paying attention. Now he's maybe stretched a bit too thin. The drop is going into the main. The main army is pushing out here in the middle, which he does have his army ready for, but... Oh, God.
Oh, he's warping in 2 units over there. Yeah, that's rough. He really does not have the money to be warping in units like that.
Yeah.
All day. Some good damage done. 10 workers went down just from that alone. And that's not even before the
tanks are a little bit exposed.
Good catch though. The tanks. Yep. Tanks are exposed. Zealots come and pick those off for free. That's a good pick, but I don't think it's worth losing 10 workers here.
Yeah. I mean, at least he did get something out of this engagement. Catching those tanks is quite nice, but
it's not game changing. It did reset the tank count. I believe he only had 2 tanks. Yeah, there's no more tanks on the
Yeah, no more tanks, no more in production either. Instead, Widow Mines, which is quite interesting. Going for this bio mine style.
I think TerraN lives and breathes off of drops. Ooh, a drop right before Cannon comes in. He doesn't want to drop there. He's going into the main.
Oh, is he gonna cancel blink again?
On his drop.
Is he gonna? It would be crazy.
Is gonna get it.
Oh, he gets the upgrade instead.
No.
Goes for the
if he
forge.
gets that pylon, Blink's gonna finish before he can kill it. Oh, he's gonna get it. No, you're going for the. I guess the upgrade are good too. But Blink, man, Blink. Oh, he didn't get the Blink. Wow.
Either way,
he did cancel the upgrades though. That's huge.
Both forges.
Yeah. Both forges went down. They're both sitting on 1-1 right now. And actually, now that I notice, TerraN isn't really going for upgrades either.
Yeah,
he would have been behind in upgrades if he didn't cancel that. So that's actually huge. You would just.
It's interesting. I feel like maybe TerraN, he's a little bit starved for gas. Oh, the feedbacks.
Wow, that was great. That was very great. They're just a little exposed there.
Mm-hmm. He's just waiting. He's trying to catch these drops as soon as they move out.
PattyMac tightening up, but it's kind of annoying because now you have to be keeping your eye on that. Game where you're trying to push out and attack and do all your things, and then you're like, wait, where's that drop at? Has it moved yet?
Yeah. What's
keep my eye on that drop?
What's interesting is that TerraN, he scanned to see if there was a 4th base here to the south, and he doesn't know that PattyMac's expanding to the north, actually.
He will now, though.
Yeah, the drop does escape, and he does spot it.
Oh, he's going to drop. Oh, that's why he scanned. He's like, no base here. It's got to be in the other side. Ooh, I like this. He's meeting up with the rest of his army here, and PattyMac is in for the engagement of his life here. I think this will be the game ender here. There's no Widow Mines. What happened to all those Widow Mines that were being produced?
Oh, they may have all gone down already. The 4th gets canceled, but it does look like the armies disengage from each other.
I think he has them defensively because I haven't really seen any Widow Mines in battle.
Yeah, they're just ghosts here. No Widow Mines.
Yeah, he doesn't have any Widow Mines. I guess they all went down. Yeah, I don't know how many he made, but he did have some in production at one point. And PattyMac feeling confident to engage here. I don't think he should engage like this. I think he needs the Archons in front or something.
Oh,
that was an interesting way to engage, but now it's kind of evening out. The Zealots in front. Dorito Cannon does get those Archons, which is super great.
All the Vikings
Archons are all
down.
skilled. All the Vikings went down, and now PattyMac is looking like he can win it here. There's really nothing here to take out those laser giraffes over there, and I think PattyMac did it, taking us to the ace match. The Colossus are just uncontested here. Nothing coming out here for PattyMac that can shut this down. 4 Vikings will not do the trick with all these Stalkers and Archons. I think the Archons really saved the day here. They tanked so much damage. And then look at all the Stalkers in the back ready to come in as reinforcements.
Yeah,
There's
and
no
that's-
warp prism here either. PattyMac is making the first warp prism at the 12-minute mark.
Jesus,
He's like, well, I'm
yeah.
gonna be here till the end of the game. I guess I could reinforce with that. And he's playing perfectly, blinking forward, target firing down all the Vikings, moving the Colossus back, and now Disruptor joining the fray. GG. And you were right, man. You're right. PattyMac can definitely tighten up and give him a run for his money.
GG.
That was a good game there.
Yeah,
That was one of the better games I've seen.
I loved how comparing game 1 to game 2, PattyMac he tightened up, as you said. He reacted well. The drop defense was better. I mean, still the Forges did eventually get sniped. Like TerraN, he still managed to get some damage done.
Yeah.
But like,
I feel like it's a given playing TerraN though. He's TerraN, you know.
Yeah. For sure. But the Archons and the Stalkers as well, they protected the Colossus so well. There were so many Vikings, I think 8 or 10 Vikings dove in on the Colossus, but they all went down to the Archon splash damage and to the Stalkers. And after that, like, the Bio just wasn't enough to push through to the Colossus.
Yeah, I feel like the Archons, I don't know why I really like the Archons. I feel like Archons are just super powerful. And I think the Archons really saved the day there, absorbing the Dorito cannon, like you said, taking all the attack. As I'm watching it again right now on stream, yeah, he just completely crushed it. The Archons are in front, taking 100% of the damage, and then behind the Archons is the wall of Stalkers, and then behind the wall of Stalkers is the Colossus. So there's no way TerraN was gonna break that attack. That was a great attack.
Yeah, and
PattyMac really tightened up and just completely changed his playstyle, but also kept it the same. Oddly enough, you know, he still went for the Colossus, but he didn't die to a drop this time.
Yeah, it's a really good way to adapt to TerraN's composition, because TerraN, he's very light on factory units, and like that's cool, but that also means things like Archons and like, again, the robo units, like, they're stronger because of that. Like, there aren't any tanks, like, there aren't any widow mines, like, it's so bio focused, and he's relying so much on the ghost to get EMPs off. It's tricky to play with.
It's a little too risky to just depend on one thing, you know.
Yeah, it's also very, like, micro intensive.
Yeah, but I don't know what else he could have depended on to actually pull that off. I think more widow mines actually would have been really good.
I feel like, especially compared to game number 1.
Liberators, Liberators would have been amazing. He
Like,
did have those Liberators.
Yeah.
In game number 1. I think game number 1 map was really favored TerraN as well, because he really just picked up his whole army from the third and went straight in. And as we saw in the last map, the third, like, he kind of cornered the medevacs in. But as we get into here, ace match in this best of 3 series, Golden Wall LE, a map we don't see here, but I guess it's more often than some of the other terrible maps. In the bottom center left-hand corner, it is the red Protoss player we've been seeing here. He's been tightening it up. He is PattyMac.
And getting proxied in the bottom right-hand corner of Golden Wall LE, we have the Brazilian TerraN player representing Black Knight Esports. It is TerraN.
Now, I want PattyMac to win just because we don't really have any TOS representation here, as I would like to.
Yeah. I mean, it would be good for, like, you know, race distribution. I think Paco Mike is in the upper half of the bracket, but he is also in the sides of Cham, so that's it's a rough ass for him. But yeah, we'll see how we go. So far, TerraN, he is SCV scouting, but he has no idea about this proxy right now. And it isn't like too big of a proxy. It's not like proxy Stargate or anything like that, but PattyMac will be aggressive with gateway units.
Yeah, I mean, I love the proxies. Honestly, like,
he let the SCV to it.
Oh,
He spotted it.
yeah, that's probably one of my least favorite things, when people lead to the proxy with their, like, probe or SCV.
Yeah.
You had one job to distract them from seeing that.
God damn it.
But it's unfortunate, but it's probably not gonna work. But I do love like the old. I'm gonna call it old school. The old school Zealot rush. I feel like you never see the cannons or like a proxy Stargate or Robo. But you don't normally see a proxy gateway with just Zealot production.
Yeah, it's standard. It's been here since Wings of Liberty. Proxy Zealot.
Ooh, there's even a bunker trying to go down on the other side. Wow. Oh, and he's going to get it. He killed the probe, and now he's going to be able to finish the bunker.
I need recalls.
Oh, he recalls the Zealots. That's good. He can probably just go straight for the bunker and completely ignore the Reaper.
Yeah, but will it finish up in time? It's a couple of seconds up.
He's gonna get it. Go for it. Oh! He just barely got it. That was a miracle. Like, you can't plan that. That doesn't get planned. That just accidentally happened.
Oh, my God.
And the shield battery. Great hold here by PattyMac. PattyMac is a beast.
Yeah, the shield battery should be able to keep all of these probes alive. This Reaper shouldn't really...
Yeah, this Reaper can't do nothing but throw his grenades and hope to knock off some time. And PattyMac secured a base. That was actually like he didn't change his build at all. He just put the gateway closer to his opponent.
Yeah. I mean, you know,
Gate, expand, Cyber Core, and this Twilight Council. What is he getting? What do you think?
I want to see Glaives or something. I want to see.
He's on one base. He can't scan. Is the Raven out?
It's possible. It's possible. The Raven. Oh, Banshees.
Oh, and he's not going to Raven. He's going Banshees. Dude, DTs, PattyMac, please. Robo facility. So maybe that a warp prism. Maybe I don't know if that means DTs anymore.
Yeah, we'll see. And we are getting Blink Stalkers out, which is quite nice. I
would have liked DTs, but Blink works too.
DTs would be amazing right now. It's possible that PattyMac, because Ravens have been coming out for 2 games in a row, he thinks it's a bit too risky to go DTs.
Definitely, but if he scouted somehow that there was research getting done at the little factory over there, the tech lab. I mean, on the starport, he'd be able to see that something's being upgraded. And I don't know if he'd be able to make the switch into DTs, but that would have been fun to see. Ooh, he actually mined this out, and now TerraN is figuring out that this is mined out.
Yeah, that was so coincidental. Like, PattyMac just finished mining it out, and then TerraN went through it. It was like...
and I think he just clicked and expected him to like jump there automatically from some other cliff. But since that pathing was open, the AI sent it through there, or whatever it would be, the pathing sent it through that hole that had just been created. That was such a weird thing that we're just now seeing because of these weird maps. I don't usually see that mined out. I kind of get it.
Wow, keeps the Reaper alive and does make it into the main base, does scout everything, sees the Twilight Council being researched, which again is kind of vague. You know, he isn't too sure of what exactly is happening. Robotics Bay already being turned down. Yeah,
I'm just now realizing as we get into TvPs on any of the new maps, I don't know what people do in this map in that situation. TerraN has 3 bases already, but he's not moving down to that second base.
Yeah.
I don't think PattyMac's gonna be able to do too much here. Get the tank.
Some of the tank.
He's gonna walk straight through. Keep walking. Keep walking. Oh, I think he's stuck now. He should have. I don't know what he does here.
Yo, he can blink
play
out.
Ring Around the Rosie and blink out. Yeah. Or blink in. You got the observer right there. He can blink up the ramp, and his units. The Marines will actually take a while to get up there, but. Ooh, he needs to take the observer to the other side, or I don't know, do something crazy.
Yeah, at the same time, the Banshees are heading into the main base. There is no detection here at all whatsoever.
Oh, bad. Nowhere near getting detection. He has nothing that could detect anything for a long time.
He's not repairing.
Oh god, yeah. He's got nothing.
Recall.
He's gonna recall, and once he recalls, he starts to wait till the energy's gone.
Yeah.
That's actually huge.
He just can't see them. Like, so much damage is being done.
And 2 Banshees one-shot a probe, so the shield battery doesn't even get the opportunity to try and heal them.
Oof.
It's like, no, you're dead. Bang, you're dead. Bang, you're dead. It was like target practice for...
Oh, the Stalkers are trying to catch him.
that was funny. He activated the cloak. That is good. I don't know if it just regenerated on its own or if he unblinked or uncloaked. That's smart.
Oh, is he gonna run out of
He got away.
Wow.
That's an interesting little position. I wonder if you can drop Marines right there.
Is that ground?
Hilarious.
Maybe.
Right? Can you put a tank on that? That would be weird.
That would be weird.
I'm just gonna check out the map.
Yeah, and here we have TerraN going for his classic drops.
What if you went for a base race and you just put one SCV there, or one depot there?
I don't think you can build on that. I think that's just
right. Yeah, no, that would be exploited. I think it's just a dead airspace. That would be hilarious though. But I guess we could talk about this game. It's kind of evened out. Players are kind of just being passive right now, making sure that bases are secure. TerraN has had his third base for a very long time, but he's super scared to secure it because he knows PattyMac is like on the map and prowling around.
Yeah, the Banshee is here waiting to get into the base. Meanwhile, drop in the main. Ooh, he could get the Robo Bay.
Yep.
At least he powers
Unpowered
everything.
It all.
Oh my god.
Is he gonna get it? He has to get out of there. No way. Get out of there. Get out of there. Get out of there.
He's trading.
Oh, he actually. Yeah. Okay, that was good. He actually took out. Ooh, that was not worth it. He did get a sentry though. Ooh, and okay. Now it's kind of worth it.
Yeah.
You got a whole lot of drones. 12 drones going down. 13, 14. Cloak. Shot a cloak. But that was pretty good there.
Is he gonna repower this? Is this gonna be like Blink in game 1? Oh no!
Yeah.
It's just stuck.
Oh my god! Again.
Patty, please notice. Oh god. We'll see. We'll come back to that and see.
Yeah, we'll come back to that. Tune in next time. To find out if Blink is researched. Or what is it, like +2 or something? Whatever it is.
Thermal lands.
Thermal lands, yeah. Yeah, so pretty much all his cyclones right now. Why do I keep calling them cyclones? I can't remember their name for the life of me. Colossus, Jesus Christ.
I know they both start with C,
kind of useless.
but...
Yeah, they both start with C, but they don't sound the same. But yeah, they're kind of useless. You get a lot of range out of tanks or any other unit, and they really need that range upgrade to be effective.
Do you have the army moving out across the map? Meanwhile, PattyMac
I like the shield, the what are they called? The sentries with it, because you like wall off, and then if you have the range, then it's worth it. You wall off, and you can still shoot him with the laser. Ooh, he's got a wall off right now. They're gonna go up into the main, and he can't wall himself out. Ooh, that was not a lot of army there.
Yeah, and he pulled the army, so now the drop comes in.
Ooh, but he didn't really get much damage from anything.
Yeah.
Good hold by PattyMac. PattyMac definitely tightening up here and there. Kind of like a passive game now.
Yeah, he's trying to hunt down that drop. That drop's still hiding there in the dead air. He even blinked to the corner trying to catch something.
Can you imagine being that that medevac and that like a marine in there? It's like, yeah, there's about like 20 stalkers and some freaking Colossus looking for me, just sharking around.
All right, boys, time to ride up your wheels.
Yeah. Just waiting for the perfect moment to drive in, flying and drop into a cannon and a recall, and
yeah,
this is what you guys signed up for. Golden Wall. How do you feel about this map?
We've spoken about this before. I love casting on it, not playing.
Yeah,
but
yeah, this has been an interesting game for sure. I love this how they're playing it. I haven't seen a game go this long, and
yeah.
I guess it's not that long. 10 minutes ain't long, but I think it probably will end soon here.
I mean, PattyMac, he's getting a fourth base. You know, he's expanding. Yeah. TerraN, he finally has his third up and running, making his fourth base, getting a sensor tower as well. Like, we may be getting kind of a split map scenario. Like, even if you look at the mini map, like PattyMac, he's got like all this vision. So does TerraN as well. Like, there's just units all over the place just to make sure they don't like get by each other. Scouting pylons as well.
I'm trying to look at the upgrades. They're pretty even on upgrades, but PattyMac doesn't even have one of the ones upgraded. He has one of the ones upgraded, but not one upgraded.
He has one upgraded, but not one upgraded.
Yeah, he has one upgraded, but he doesn't have one up. Everybody knows, right? If you know StarCraft, you know.
Yeah, hopefully. Meanwhile, we're getting in a weird situation where it looks like
so weird. This is a weird game.
Yeah, he's gonna try and catch the
How did he know?
I
How
think
did he scan right there?
I think he had a mortar in position. I'm not too sure, but
he's gonna catch that ghost out in the tanks. But at the same time, Blink is getting denied again.
Oh my god, no.
Is it? He's destroying everything. Oh, he's gonna have to recall from right there. Zealot's going down over here in the third. Fourth base. I don't know what we're seeing here. I think TerraN wins. Maybe PattyMac. Who knows?
The disruptor shot there.
Huge disruptor shot. Oh god! But there's so much army here from TerraN in the main. But really, I don't know if this affects too much. If he can warp it, no. Okay, yeah. Now it affects too much.
Yeah.
Dropping every base. 28 probes went down. And TerraN's gonna take it. What a good series here.
He depowers the base as well. There's no more Colossus in production. All the tech is exposed. It looks like maybe PattyMac can regain control.
Yeah, if he can clean this up, he's still got a shot. Can he recall? I think he's out of recall, but if he recalled up to that base, that would be pretty.
Yeah. Oh god, all these probes are exposed. This is the freshest base from PattyMac, but it looks like with this warp in, he should be able to hold on.
Right now, the probes are more important than the mining base, actually, I think.
Yeah.
He's barely hanging on there in probe count. He's down by a couple now, which isn't a bad position. The army supplies are even. However, TerraN has the mules, so TerraN is kind of at an advantage.
Yeah, I mean,
as upgrades go,
they both lost a lot of workers.
TerraN also has 2-2 though. Versus PattyMac's 1-1, but the disruptors, it only takes one.
Yeah, these PattyMac has the better high-tech units right now. There's just Bio here from TerraN. PattyMac with disruptor hits could change everything.
Good split.
God.
Oh, he's not splitting properly. Okay, it missed, but while he's trying to move out of the way, he is taking a lot of damage. I think PattyMac's being able to pull this off here, coming back in it. This is an intense fight. PattyMac is winning it. TerraN is losing. This isn't a planetary.
Yeah.
It is he's gonna have an orbital, so he's gonna have to move it out of the way now, lift it up, float off, and he's gonna lose that base. He does have a planetary fortress over here as his force, so that might be able to hold its own weight, but I don't know. PattyMac's going for the production, and there is a decent amount of production here from TerraN. TerraN's able to make out a lot of army, especially with the home reinforcement advantage. I don't know how this ends here, mate.
Is gonna go down. Maybe one more shot. The Colossus goes down. It's just the disruptors now.
This disruptors, one Archon, a few stalkers. The disruptors always dropping the Vikings. A warping. Where did the warp prison come from? I missed the warp prison. Warps in some Zealots, and actually, I think it's all being cleaned up thanks to the SCVs, a few Marauders, and some Vikings, and a Ghost. A little bit of everything. A whole lot of SCVs went down, but I think PattyMac can sit back and maybe macro out of this now because he has double the worker supply.
He does, yeah. He does have double the worker supply.
What a disgusting game of StarCraft on a disgusting map.
It's beautiful. This is beautiful. But this is beautiful.
Yeah, by disgusting, I mean this is a pretty badass game. Like, I don't know what we're watching here. I don't think anyone's ever played a game like this, but it is awesome.
Oh my god!
I mean, it's like we were saying. I hate the map, but I love the way the games turn out. And this game's only like this because of the map. Like, look at he's coming through that middle choke point. He had to recall while he was right outside of his base getting attacked. He lost everything. Expansions to the north.
Oh, the disruptor shots there. Oh god.
Oh, that was a really good one. And the warping is really what ends it here.
Oh my god, the warp prism survives.
Oh my god, yeah. Is there any recall left? I do not know.
Yeah, there's nothing here, so he could depower these buildings as well. You know, meanwhile he's trying to rebuild his army. The main is exposed. It's gonna take a while.
He's going for pylons. I don't think that's the right call here, but he lost everything. He should have got out along. Yeah, that was a little rough there. I think he was mostly just like realizing like, whoa, he's got like 4 gates up here still. He's got all these pylons. He's still got his Robo Bay or facility. He's still got his Twilight Council.
I think TerraN is still in this just because he floated over his main, so he's still trying to mine as best as he can. He's throwing down as many mules as he can. His army is just kind of flimsy right now, especially because 2 Colossus are on the way. And once the Colossus come out, like, there's just not enough money for Viking production. It's going to be so hard for TerraN to hold on.
I think the mules kind of help him come back in this, but also PattyMac does not have to engage in any attacks. Like, PattyMac can just sit back and keep building an army and win here. Ooh, catch that would be huge. PattyMac's going for a disruptor drop? What's in that thing?
It's just Zealots. Yeah.
And that could be game ending pretty much. It's going to force an all-in from... No? Good cleanup? Nice little cleanup?
Yeah, he's cleaning up. Meanwhile, there is the drop for TerraN moving out over here as well. If there's a recall, then
he's going to try and cancel the base he just caught.
Yeah.
Can he? Oh, so you can't recall to that base. He's scanning. There's no army. He's gonna be able to cancel that base, but at what cost? There's no way he holds this. He needs to defend into the planetary. Don't even try and engage, mate. Hit the planetary. Hold on to the anchor.
He's just leaving it.
He's going for a base trade.
We're getting a base trade.
He's calling it audible.
Oh, God.
Oh, he's like, you're not home. He's got to destroy the base.
This base is
What's he going to do here?
That base is going to go down.
He can recall somewhere or go for the base trade. TerraN can lift off his buildings. I don't know how this ends here, man. He can't even attack into the planetary. Maybe that's why he's going in the base trade.
Yeah.
PattyMac needs to recall and just defend at home, I think. That planetary, that is the 3rd or 4th base here, is going to be hard to attack into, and he's not going to be able to recall into any of his mining bases before they get attacked. Did he recall half his army? Or was that a... Oh my God, that was a defense right there. That's what he needed. I believe he recalled half his army.
Yeah.
Or maybe he just had it at home somewhere. He just warped it in. I don't know. But nonetheless, I think PattyMac has won this now.
Yeah, I think with that defense, like, the main army of TerraN went down. He just has this drop, and it's not going to be enough.
Wow. What a game number 3. That was crazy. Can't believe PattyMac pulled that off. I really thought PattyMac was dead for a while. I don't know what we just witnessed, man. That's a PVT if I've ever seen it. That was crazy.
Jesus Christ, that was an insane series. Oh my God. And PattyMac, I was doubting him. Like, TerraN was looking really good. Like, this game, they were just going back and forth, dropping each other, like hitting each other. TerraN, he had a really good drop into the main base, like killing so much there, killing the main, but in the end, like, the disruptor hits were pretty good for PattyMac, and he was able to push through.
Neo said Patty OP.
Yeah,
yes,
I mean, Neo, he's also Brazilian. He's also a Brazilian player. So
Neo is also OP.
Yeah.
Neo's a good player. But yeah, man, that was just a crazy display of TerraN versus Protoss, and a crazy display of Golden Wall and how it can play out with the choke points and the wall offs and all that weird stuff. I think we all at home were doubting PattyMac. Sorry, PattyMac, that we ever doubted you. You did pull it off, though. You showed us.